The Tesla app just got some brand new features that you're gonna love. Like Tesla just added in a new AI assistant that can do some stuff for you. There's a new virtual Tesla credit card and a way you can mirror your phone screen to the big screen in your Tesla for free. I absolutely love showing off Tesla hidden features, and there are some new things in the app you guys have got to try. So here are 13 awesome new hidden features in the Tesla app. Works on both iOS or Android that you guys have got to try for yourself right now. Also, big thanks to my friends at LastFit for sponsoring this video. They've got an amazing, fast, powerful, quiet, portable tire inflator, but I'll come back to that a little later on. All right, so on the surface, yeah, the Tesla app for your phone is gonna function like your key. You can control the car, schedule service, stuff like that, the normal smart car stuff. But there's honestly a lot of new stuff built in that a lot of people don't know about. Tesla just added these things with more coming. For example, there's an all new Tesla AI assistant called the Tesla Assistant, and you'll find it useful in two main places. The first is kind of system wide. So if you jump up here to the hamburger menu, for lack of a better word, in the upper right, and then you tap the little icon there with the chat symbol and the star, this will give you access to Tesla Assistant, and there's a bunch of different things you can do. You can ask it specific vehicle questions, you can book demo drives, or for example, I added a prompt here like, hey, what are the lease promos that Tesla is running now? And you'll have to ignore any grammar issues here or typing issues here in this video, but basically this will go out and fetch the latest information. So it'll give you, promos, it'll help you with Tesla questions. Basically, think of it like your Tesla advisor in digital format and ready to go 24/7. Obviously, they're trying to sell you stuff, but it can be useful here. Where it's probably more useful for most of you guys is under the service section. So if you jump back out here, go to the main app, scroll down here under the service tab, you'll also find the ask a question thing here, which will give you the Tesla Assistant, but this is more geared towards service. So it can help you diagnose problems, it can help you figure out why you might be having crashing issues and things like that. So you see here some kind of like predetermined questions here, phone keys working, got a troubleshooter, I can say, hey, LTE is not working. Again, sorry for the typos here, not working. What can I do? And then it'll help you troubleshoot. So if you're having a service type of issue, or you want to get in touch with someone at service, or you've got a general question, this Tesla Assistant, as annoying as AI is everywhere these days, can actually be genuinely useful sometimes. Speaking of service, one of the things you likely won't see anywhere with your car, but is kind of nice, is that now when your car is in for service, Tesla is automatically going to pause any active subscriptions you have. So if you're paying $200 a month for full self-driving, or you're paying for premium connectivity, or whatever it may be, Tesla is going to pause that when your car is in service, and then it'll automatically continue after, so you're not paying for time you don't even have the car. So a little nice thing built in that's going to happen for you automatically. This next hidden feature can literally be a lifesaver for your car, but it's got some drawbacks you should know about. This is an all-new ultra-low power mode Tesla recently released for their vehicles. And keep in mind, kind of like your phone, when in ultra-low power mode, it's going to turn off all the unnecessary things that aren't critical for the function of the vehicle to save on juice. So Sentry mode is going to get turned off, cabin overheat protection turned off, auxiliary plugs, things like that. So the good thing is if you're parked at an airport, you're not going to come back to a totally dead vehicle. But on the flip side, it's going to turn off everything you might find useful, like Sentry mode and things like that. So keep that in mind. But if you do want to trigger this remotely, Tesla really doesn't make it all that obvious on how to do it. You would think it would be like under the controls section, or it would be under the service section or something like that, which it's not. For some weird reason, the only way you can trigger this from the app is to go to the icons here at the top, press and hold to get all the different icon options, and then you can actually drag up here a low power mode switch. Then that, once it's up there, will allow you to toggle on and off low power mode. And it'll tell you, hey, you're going to turn this off. The following features are going to be turned off that you've got on. Enable that, and then that's going to keep your car sipping from the electrons and the juice in there, instead of like lugging it like it normally would. So you can turn that on remotely just in case you need to if you're on a trip, though you got to know it's kind of hidden away there if you do want to to trigger this remotely. Also, while we're up here in this control section, there might be some things you didn't even know were here. Like you've got the ability to unlatch your door. If you maybe, most common thing I've seen this is if it's like frozen shut and it's like cold outside, you can kind of use the force of the car to unlatch it open. Obviously vent the windows, trigger sentry mode, things like that. But also one of the cool things here that again isn't immediately obvious is you can actually add a fifth icon up here if you wanted even more control. To do that, all you want to do is pick the extra icon you want, like let's say sentry mode, for example, and I'm just going to tap and hold and drag this up here. And instead of highlighting one of these and replacing it, like if I was to let go from the climate control, it would swap it out. I don't want that. Instead, I want to go ahead and drag it all the way to the corner until I see a light shade pop up. Then when I release, it's going to give me 5 icons. Now you are going to lose what those icons are labeled, so the labels will be gone. But if you wanted a little bit more control up there, that is how you can add 5 icons. And yes, there is a limit. 5 is the maximum you can currently add. Now, obviously, Tesla owners know that you can jump into the map here on your car and do a bunch of different things. You can tap on here and obviously see, well, the weather radar. I just like the weather overlay. It's cool when there's storms and stuff, but you can see destinations, you can see superchargers, you can do your route planning. All that stuff is easy to do. But what a lot of people didn't know, and I learned about this recently in a video I did, is you can actually do this from your Tesla app as well. So if you go in here to the location of the car, obviously it's kind of nice to always have a location of the vehicle in the real world, but you can do more than that. You can hit this little supercharger icon, and that's going to show you all the chargers around you. You can tap and you can see, you know, the points of interest. You can see what's out of order. Things like that are all well and good. But also what you can do here is do some kind of basic trip planning. So if, for example, I wanted to drive to New York, I could tap on this and then I'm going to see what that would look like for the car. So I can see where I've got to stop. I can see the time. What I can also do is edit the trip here, and I can add stops if I wanted to, or I could say, hey, instead of leaving now, I want to, either depart tomorrow. Let's say I want to arrive, tonight at, I don't know, 9:15. So tell me when I need to leave. And also, hey, I want to set my departure energy level to, 100% because I'm going to leave with a full state of charge. This kind of just allows you to see exactly what is going on and what your stops are going to be like from the comfort of your couch or inside your nice warm house instead of being in the car. Obviously, the car trip planner is a little bit more robust, and then there are third-party apps like a Better Route Planner that give you even more control. But if you're looking just to kind of, spitball some road trips and do some digging, you can actually do that right from within the Tesla app. No third-party app needed, or haven't even get in your car. Also, speaking of supercharging, Tesla is now actually adding in the ability to use your Tesla account and your Tesla app with third-party chargers. For example, if you go to like one of these third-party stations, they want a credit card, an account, and things like that. Well, Tesla's actually partnering with some of these companies, and I think the new feature is called a virtual pass. It's basically like a virtual Tesla credit card that lives within the Tesla app, and then when you go to supported stations, you can just tap your phone with your Tesla card and not have to go through the hoops of creating an account or doing another card, so on and so forth. It's very cool. It is a real thing. It's rolling out in select countries with select carriers right now, but it actually is a feature within the app. I can't show you because I don't have it on my phone because I don't have it here in North America, but I'll try to show you some images and videos of what it looks like. It is rolling out now, and for some of you, this could be a really convenient thing if you do a lot of third-party fast charging. There are also a couple of new features Tesla has added in their service section. So if you go to the service mode, I showed off the AI earlier, but there's a couple of new things here. There's a new battery health test you can actually run from within the car or from the app. And what's also like brand new, like a couple of weeks, this has been here, maybe a couple of days, is a new tire center where you can actually go in here and you can look for a full set of tires, or you can look to replace individual tires. One of the nice things about this is if you go through Tesla for your tire changes, or purchasing, they now actually give you free 30 days of full self-driving with a new set of tires, which is interesting, but hey. Also, on the subject of tires, as nice as it is to get this now new integration for swapping through Tesla, and you can check the PSI and stuff like that, nothing virtually is going to help you if your tire pressure is low, which is why I always recommend having a really useful, feature-packed, and portable tire inflator with you at all times. One of my favorite companies companies doing some really amazing stuff in this space is my friends over at LastFit. They've got some pretty incredible solutions, including the CR1 Pro, which is one of my go-to that I keep with me at all times in my Model Y, because it makes inflating the tires when they get low really, really simple. Not only is it very quiet and portable and nice to have, but it's also fast. It can take the tires from like 35 to 42 PSI in just about a minute and a half. So very, very efficient. You've got enough battery life in here to refill all the tires on a single charge. So if the weather is kind of like right now, it's getting cold and you got to air things up maybe before a road trip, you've got that peace of mind. Plus, what's really nice here is you've got just a bunch of other stuff built in. There's some lighting built in if you need to use this thing for an emergency sort of SOS lighting setup. You've got the ability to actually use this thing as a power bank in a pinch. Really easy to recharge. Then again, it just makes inflating things really, really simple. You've got a nice screen on here. You punch in the PSI you want, you hit one button, and then the system takes care of the rest. What's also nice here is it has auto off functionality, which a lot of solutions like Tesla's own solution does not have this. So if you want to check it out and learn more about the CR1 Pro and get a special discount code for my friends at LastFit, link is going to be down below. Check it out. Have it for your next road trip. Again, I've got a special coupon code you can save on as well. So check it out and get yourself a CR1 Pro from my friends at LastFit at the link down below in the description. Now, when it comes to buying things on your car, Tesla obviously loves to help you spend money, and they'll make it easy for you. If you go under the dedicated upgrades tab here, you'll have a bunch of different things you can obviously buy. There are service plans that are new, installable upgrades, accessories, so on and so forth. But a couple of nice things here you can do. Obviously, there are your software upgrades you can do here. You could subscribe or you can buy, but I actually want to save you guys money. If you have premium connectivity, this is the car's data plan for all the streaming and stuff, you can actually either pay $10 a month, so 120 bucks a year, or if you're just gonna, you're gonna use it and you'd rather save money, you can actually switch to an annual plan and save 20 bucks a year. So to do that, go up to the upper right here and tap on manage, and then go to premium connectivity here. And then what you can actually do here is just switch to an annual plan, which I probably should do since I know that I'm gonna be using this, so I can tap on this. I think I've got some card issues I've got to sort out first, but basically you can do that and then switch to an annual plan, and then that'll just charge you, in my case, it's $104 because that's the tax. 100 bucks a year gives you a full year instead of $10 a month. If you want to, obviously subscribe and then cancel if you want to, you can do that. But otherwise you can do the annual plan. That is the only discount, by the way. There is no discount for FSD subscriptions or anything. It's just going to be for premium connectivity, and that's where you find it. Another one of these features that is a huge crowd favorite that everybody always loves is the ability to send stuff wirelessly from your phone, iOS or Android, to your Tesla. Now, this actually works in a couple of different ways. Maps is one of the most useful ones. So if somebody texts you an address, or you're looking at maps, for example, and you're like, hey, this is where I want to go, you can actually just go to your share sheet on iOS or the share equivalent on Android. You want to share this place here. And then when you go through all your options, all you want to do is just tap on the Tesla app. And then what that's going to do is automatically send it from your phone to your car. So when you jump in your car, it's automatically going to be navigated and ready to go. When it's in the car and you're good to go, just kind of takes away some of the steps of having to do it from your car. And it even says here, sent from iPhone or sent from phone, which is cool. But what's even cooler than that is this works in more places, like theater apps, for example. So for example, if I'm in the YouTube app and I'm watching a video and it's great, but I kind of just want to enjoy the big sound system and the big screen of my Tesla, what I can actually do is just, again, you want to go to the share sheet equivalent. So go to share here. I want to go to, it's kind of weird here within the YouTube app, but you should be able to go beyond that. There we go. And then again, just hit Tesla. And then what this is going to do is open up the YouTube theater app, and then I can watch it on the big screen in my car. So, hey, check that out. I've got my daughter's Halloween recommendations here, and then also this awesome guy named Robert Rosenfeld, and I'm just going to pause it and you can watch the video like that. Now, this works beyond YouTube. Any of the Tesla theater apps should work. So if I jump out here, Hulu, Disney, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, etc., as long as you can share from the app, you can just share it to Tesla, and then you're able to, just send it wirelessly automatically to the big screen. Really nice, and one of those nice little convenient things. Now, when it comes to giving other people access to your car, it can obviously get a little sketchy. Now, the easiest thing to do is just grab like a Tesla key card. Like this is one of those things that has come with the cars forever, and you go to a valet or you give it to a friend, you just give them the card and that's it. But now with Tesla apparently not including these anymore, at least on some models, things get a little trickier, so you've got a couple of options. One thing I will show you is the valet mode, which is kind of nice, and what this does is just kind of adds an extra layer of security. You can turn it on within the car, or what you can do is jump into the app, go down here to, I think it's under security and drivers, and then turn on valet mode. And what this allows you to do is set up a special pin, a 4-digit pin, and then it automatically locks down a bunch of things on your car. So it locks the glove box. Obviously you don't want people snooping in there, but also it locks like your sensitive info, like your calendar. It locks your map history and saved addresses. It locks like any personal info. Basically just locks down things you wouldn't want a valet or an equivalent to have access to with your vehicle. So if you wanted to lock things down super easily, you're giving it to someone and they just don't need that kind of stuff, but they still need to drive the car, that's going to be the easiest way to do it. The other thing you can actually do is add a driver. Like if you've got a friend, for example, and you want to give them app access and let them just kind of enjoy the car for a little bit, and you don't want to, I guess you could give them the key card or do something simpler, go to add driver here, and then what this is going to allow you to do is just text somebody a link. So I can just, tap on anything here. I can do a message here, for example, hit on message, and then what it's going to do is send someone a special link so they can log into their own Tesla account on their own phone and then be able to have your car in there. So they get access to basically everything you do besides like the admin stuff. But charging, they can do media control, phone key, things like that. Basically, it's great for friends, spouses, relatives, anyone you want to give access to in a better, more maybe permanent way than a key card. And then also you can remove that anytime. So that is in there. 2 little tips that could be kind of useful. One of those other basic features that are here that you might not notice until it's too late and you want to know about it beforehand is the roadside assistance built in. Now, I mentioned this in a previous video, but there is actually some roadside stuff you get default from Tesla just for buying the car. So if you have an issue, definitely check to see if it's free or if it's going to cost you money. If you jump in here, you can obviously say, hey, what the issue is. I've got a charging issue. I've got a drivability issue, so on and so forth. Let's say, for example, I've got a flat tire. It'll obviously show up if there's a real flat tire, but let's just say it's going to be that one. And then it'll actually tell me where I can go and then how much it's going to cost if I was to proceed with that. Let's say, for example, if I jump back here and I said, hey, I've got a drivability concern. My car is just shutting down while it's driving. Tesla will say, yeah, that's covered by Tesla Roadside. And then you can go through the process of where you want to get the car towed to. But for example, if I ran out of charge, like, hey, sorry, I ran out of charge. It was my fault. It'll give you a big thing that says this is not covered by Tesla Roadside. And then you can go in there and see. So again, maybe do a little digging into this to see what's covered and what's not before you need it. I think for an accident as well, like if I got into an accident and I needed a tow, it'll say, hey, roadside's not covered. So see what your included roadside is and what's not. I think you can pay for additional towing capacity and range and things like that, like the actual distance. But there is some stuff, again, that's free that comes with the car that you've already paid for. So if you're in a pinch, you might as well use it. One of the features I've shown off before that has been super interesting and something I want to dive into a little bit more in the coming weeks as there are some new solutions on the market is the ability to share your screen from your phone to your car. Now, I've shown off third-party solutions that can do this. There are free apps that you can look up that'll do it. I've shown off, I think there's one called like Tesla Screen Mirror, and there are a couple other ones, iOS or Android. I'll throw a link down below to what I've shown off in some videos. But basically, the idea is you can mirror your phone screen to your Tesla screen. Now, as cool as those are, they're kind of third party and there's workarounds and limitations, so on and so forth. But what I've been talking about for a little while now is there is some brand new code that suggests Tesla is working to bring this functionality to your car kind of natively, probably with the holiday update, that they're working on this now. So soon, likely within the Tesla app, you should probably have a button that'll let you start mirroring, and then you will be then able to actually mirror your phone or your laptop or your iPad or whatever wirelessly from your device to your screen. So if you wanted to use it as a monitor, you wanted to play some games on the big screen, watch some movies, things like that, basically mirror anything, that should soon be coming as a feature. And again, with the code at the state that it is, it seems like it's almost done. done. So my guess is that it comes in the holiday update. And this will kind of be a really nice new feature that comes to the Tesla mobile app. So basically, some mirroring functionality coming, stay tuned. And as soon as that is live in the app, I will show you, but likely going to be a new thing you can toggle wirelessly right from your phone, iOS or Android. And then finally, a couple of quick little hidden features here just to wrap things up. If you want to switch between the percentage of your battery remaining and your miles, just tap on it, same way you would do it in the car. You now 243, 72. I can do it if you didn't know right up here as well. 72, 243, and that should actually update. Maybe it'll sync over with the app. It hasn't yet, but that should actually kind of sync over, which is kind of cool. That's there. If you go under security and drivers, you're also able to obviously to set up parental controls, and there are a bunch of things you can set up under parental controls, speed limit, reduces acceleration, safety features, curfew, so on and so forth. There are some new things Tesla recently added in there. And then also, speaking of that, if you don't want your guests or anybody to be able to jump in and buy things on your car. So for example, if I was to go in here, and this could be somebody else's car, and I go down here to upgrades, I could, for whatever reason, I guess it's going to say no upgrades, but I could, if this was working, buy things. I could like buy full self-driving or go out and spend money if I like, maybe it was a Turo or something. Just if you want to turn this off, if you go under the, let me see here, it's the upgrades tab, you can actually go up here to manage, and then you can turn off enable in-car upgrades. So if you're giving access to your kid or something, and you don't want somebody to be able to, be able to buy stuff in your car, you can turn off that ability from right within the mobile app. All right, guys, so those are my favorite Tesla hidden features and some new stuff in the mobile app. If you saw something you liked, please drop a comment down below and let me know. Give the video a thumbs up because it does certainly help. And if there's some other Easter eggs in the app or other little tips and tricks you found that are useful, please let me know. You guys love hidden features. I love sharing them, and I also love to get some help from the community on ones that I maybe haven't seen. So please let me know in the comments down below your favorite. As always, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more types of these videos, certainly subscribe and let me know. And if you don't, let me know what kind of content you'd like to see, because I'm always looking for new ideas. And at this point, I could use all the help I can get because I got a lot of videos to make, and I'm always looking for fresh ideas of stuff you guys would want to watch. So please drop a comment down below. Let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you in the next one.